Well, acha tu tuseme, when somebody is at their low point as a creative, bana unafikanga tu mahali unasikia unafeel nika unajaribu kila kitu and nothing is working. Nobody is appreciating your music, nobody is calling you for gigs. Uko tu hapo, you're just an artist. Maybe your friends are like, hey, you're such a good singer, and that's just the end of it. So, as you know, for me, being a starving artist does not, necessarily mean that you're lacking in terms of money, because there's so many other ways you can make money. So you can do so many other things. When you're trying to support the one thing, what I always say is, do what you need to do until you can do what you want to do. Do what you need to do. Fanya kenye una have kufanya. We usikuwe starving artist bana, usituaibisha huko nje. Venye niliwaibisha a few months ago nikilala kwa kibanda. Lakini ningefanya kitu kingine, but I decided not to. Anyway, you can, let me say, protect yourself by knowing. Jifunze vitu, jua vitu, know your rights, know your limits, know your boundaries, jua. That's all you need to do. To protect yourself, you need to know. Hawezi jichunga ati kuna, hawezi jichunga juu ya nyoka iko pale ndani na hujui iko hapo ndani. You'll be completely unaware. You'll be like, so you actually unaweza comfortably stay in a house with snakes. Honestly, if you don't know, unasikianga ati what you don't know doesn't hurt you. Yeah, you don't know. What are you shielding yourself from? Learn, read books, read things, follow people's stories. Si lazima kila time you learn from your own experience, but learn also from other people's experiences. Because tunajipatanga in the same fix as people who were there before and they said it didn't work out for them, but you think you're commando or something. Yeah, you're great. You're better than everybody else. You're a superstar. I'm just saying, you could change the narrative, yes. But kama unataka kujichunga lazima ujue kenye unajichunga from. You need to know what you're protecting yourself from. You need to know what's bad, what's good for you, not for everybody else. Everything works differently for everybody else, yeah? Lazima ujue if I'm allergic to peanuts, if I'm allergic to fries. Kaka dem kengine niliona ya Blue TV leo Perfect Match kikisema I'm allergic to fries. She knows. It doesn't matter if all of you eat fries, me I'm allergic. And I know that. And I'm not gonna eat them because I'm allergic. Know what you're allergic to. Even when it comes to people. Jua kenye you can take and what you just Stay away from that. That's how you protect yourself. Huwezi jua kenye watu watadu. Nah, but you can take care of yourself. You can be better for yourself. You can make the situation better for yourself as well. I have been, most of my life, people have known me as a bubbly person, but there's some level of violence that I didn't know existed. And this is just me being very vulnerable right now because it scares you knowing things about yourself. And what makes a man is how he is in time of chaos. And it just gets to a point you don't even recognize yourself anymore. Unajiangalia tu unashindwa, okay, but who is this? I'm fine, I'm great, but this 2-3 moments that I decided to do this 2-3 things were so unlike me. But if this is also a part of who I am, not accepting it is just gonna make it worse. Bottling things up makes things worse. So when you go through a thing and you don't overcome it, your brain just finds a way to just over and over again in ways you don't think are even connected. So I became a very angry person. Bila hata kujua nitafika tu kijani nishindwe nimedu. what was I doing? You know, that was the hardest part. Even as a creative, I was a very sad songwriter. Like ukisikiza ngoma nilifanya nikiwa form 3, nikiwa like after high school, they're very sad songs. There's nothing fun to it. All I am giving you is my bottomless pit of emotions that are so difficult that I cannot express in any other way because even I don't know them. Nikimaliza kuimba ngoma naisikiza and I'm like, are you okay? You know, you just look in the mirror and you're like, do you need a hug? What's happening? You accept those parts of yourself that don't even feel like yourself. That's how you get better. That for me is the hardest thing I've had to do so far. I'm still doing it. It's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult. I'm not lying to you. To have to do it and feel like you're doing it by yourself because everybody thinks everything is perfect. And then to break down when you're supposed to be smiling. And to feel bad when everybody else is giggling when you have no reason why it's happening. That's the toughest time for me. But I have beautiful people around me, so it's okay. You need to have people who understand. Because utafanya vitu zingine na watu hawataikuongelesha tena. Because they don't know it's a process. They don't know it's a thing that happens. You grow out of every day. There are people who will actually watu wanangojanga ufanye kitu mbaya so they define you by that. Nobody remembers anything nice you ever did. Wewe ngoja tu ufanye kitu ufala. What? Everybody. Honestly, the one thing you do that is not right is what people are gonna keep talking about. Is what is gonna make your best friend not talk to you ever again. And what they could do is give you time and space to heal from it and go over it again. You don't get that lucky to get people like those. But as much as I know it's difficult for me to do it, I have people around me who are incredible and they're forgiving. And instead of me hating myself, I keep learning and I love it. You're only the age you are for a year. The age you are now just lasts as long as a year. That's it. You waste your 19 thinking, oh my God, I want to be 25. What are you going to do when you're 25? Do wishful thinking about being 36. Working with older artists. Manze utafika kwa studio bana ushindwe wa nadu. You know, because even if it's not an older artist, like you sometimes you feel like you're not good enough, so much so that you don't want to put yourself out there. Juu saa zingine ina feeling ni kama you're either showing off ama, you know. There's always that cringe moment where you don't know how much to give. You just, is this the right crowd? Nikiamka si watashanifanya. What do I do? You can't even, it's hard to be in the creative process. But the people I've worked with so far, some of them are older than me, but they're okay with the learning. For me, it's what, that is the perk of it. You learn. Ukitulia, usikuwe na kierere. Juu, mi uko na kierere. Sisi watu uko hivyo a couple of times a day. Yeah. Utafika studio bana uanze kujifanya master of everything. You want everybody to hear your amazing voice. You want people to know that you know the studio. You have been in the studio since form 3. Mnaniambia? Guys, this is where I thrive, you know? But also, when you're shining, do not put yourself down. That's not what I'm saying. Jieke hapo nje. Be there. Be creative. Learn also. That's what I'm saying. Tulia pia. When, you know, you should. Tulia. Sikiza kenya watu wanadu. Because if you're working with somebody who has been in the game for 18 years, bana, hata unadu. Yeah? They might not live up to your expectations, but they're always going to teach you something you didn't know before. Always. Always. Na si hata usalipe kitu yoyote. Mtu yoyote unapatana naye, hata huyo conductor mwenye unaongelesha vinataka. they can teach you a tiny little bit about things that you didn't know, or that you didn't want to like expressively accept that things are like that. But leo asubuhi, there's a friend of ours who was saying reality what? Is always the same. Haijalishi utajifanya haujui, itakuwa tu venye iko. Vitu ziko. It is what it is. You have to listen and learn. That's just it. You work with other people. It's a privilege. Kuna watu wengi sana huko nje wako na talanta bana. Wengi. You stay in that moment with that person and you take a bit of them. Make sure you take the right things. And things are tough out here, yani. It's not necessarily a scam, but things are tough. Things are expensive. Guy, food is expensive. So expensive. And you only realize that when you have to buy it for yourself. Every day. Unamkanga ukunatao kwa mfuko. You're like, over the next 3 days. Alafu unaingia online unapata kadem kame post KFC kalipeleko. Kanakula pizza. Na yogurt for breakfast. Uko hapo ukimba. To this the life I chose. Ntadu? Honestly, things are just sijui mnataka tukue wezi. It's tough out here, man. Kama uko shule, kula. Dishi, usikwe ati school food. Dishi manzi. Usidedi daru ati unataka kungoja ukuje home kule pizza. Dishi. Eat something, yeah? Grow. Feel good. Kutoka hapa nje uanze kununua kangumu, it won't be 5 bob anymore. It will be 50. Guys, KDF labda ni chwani mahali. Mnadu simdishi. I didn't actually get COVID, but you know, no. I just did, and it just went away by itself with the help of a hub. Anyway, man, it was just difficult and heartbreaking watching people just suffer. And things just got so bad for so many people. But I didn't have an actual job at that time. I was still in the studio. Nilikuwa nina hustle tu bado. Nilikuwa nalala kwa studio, nalala kwa sistangu. I was hopping in between there. Also trying to keep people safe. Junaenda from one point to the other. And I am meeting my friends and they're helping me out. I was really focused on keeping them safe as well. So it was just... Let's just say it was very traumatizing. It was, I don't even know how to explain it. The past couple of years, how many months now, 2 years, 3 years. I think all of us are still recovering, Saibado. Honestly, if you have fully recovered, congratulations, you've made it in life. But sisi wote, adi sai, bado tuna recover. If I don't even know how to actually explain how this just was like a pathetic state of mind and of everything for everybody. And I can't, I can't act like I had it worse than everybody else because I did have some privileges. But yeah, tuseme tunangangana, tuna hustle through it bado. Hadi leo. Actually, guys, stay at home. Mlisikiza kweli zi. Lakini yeah. No, I didn't get arrested over the time. First time I actually got arrested was this year. Story for another day. But policemen are great. We love you. Guys. I'm a comedian. I was joking.
I'm doing jokes.
What is this? Nini hamju jokes by the mbona mko hivyo? Love comes in many forms and you feel love for a lot of people. So that defines you in so many other ways, differently. But if you get a chance to fall in love with a person, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's also intense. If you're not ready for both sides of the coin, basi, you're gonna have a very difficult life. Mapenzi ni ngumu. Na watu huku nje waliamua nika walitumwa na Yesu wafanyie watu wengine character development, which is quite alright. But being in love, you know, as a creative, maybe like as myself, I could say, I could write a beautiful song just thinking of the person I love the most. Yeah, I could, because that's my love language, music and food, music and food. But in a opening a part of you that, you know, not even you knew existed. And in that way, whether you're like you can't be all the way happy at all, hata si mapenzi tu, like, but kwa mapenzi especially, mtasmile sahi alafu mpigane mabare 2 seconds later. It happens. When I said you can't give what you don't have, man, loving yourself could sometimes be harder than people think, like so much harder. If Kwanza, you know, if I'm being honest, I haven't like grown up normally. Things have been weird for me, especially. I've had to deal with things that most people shouldn't have to deal with. And this affects you in so many other ways. Watu wanasemanga what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but what if it does kill you? What if it actually breaks you in so many ways you don't know how to love yourself again? What if you're so afraid to even stretch out your arm because you think somebody's gonna cut it? You know? What if you have been so vulnerable all your life, you're just scared, you hide. You sit back when everybody else wants to stand and be seen. You would rather sit in the house all night and drink your Coca-Cola in the house instead of going out with your friends. Nobody ever speaks about that time when you actually are supposed to love yourself, but you can't even face yourself. You can't even look at yourself when you don't even know what you're doing, when you just sit there feeling worthless. It's hard to love yourself, but when you do, nobody can stop you. Not even the devil. It's hard. It's very difficult. Honestly, like it's very difficult. Hashtag self-love. It's not always like that all the time. You will post that picture and then you will just sit down, wipe off your makeup and start crying. Self-love is also self-preservation. Keep to yourself. You don't always have to give. You can keep to yourself. Hiyo pia ni kujipenda. Kutoji-involve na watu ama kutofanya kenye watu wote unafikiria watu wote wanado. That's also self-love. That's in so many other forms. Si kutuwekea hashtag IG na kutupostia picha ya you know, guys, we know you're not living this life. Unatembeanga na hizo heels, Shiko? Do you? I'm just saying, be good to yourself, bana. It's just, you don't always have to give. Si lazima uposti your picture. Leo hata by the tulia. You don't have to. You're the one who's making it look like you do. You don't. You never have to do anything. It's things that you have gotten yourself so used to. You wake up in the morning and put your camera over there and say, oh, morning routine. For today, when you're showing us, alafu kesho. Jipenda enough pia kujiekea wewe. Keep yourself to yourself sometimes. Venye unajipeana kwa watu wengine, jipeane kwako pia. Love yourself enough to know that you don't always have to go out with your friends, that you don't always have to have your boyfriend next to you, that you need days that you'll just holler at your friends and be like, nah, mi leo natulia home na nataka kuwa peke yangu. Be there for yourself the same way you're there for everybody else. Huwezi nifungia belt ka hujafunga yako. You have to love yourself enough to self-preserve. Identity is a problem for all of us now. We are in a crisis like all the time, whether you want to realize it or not. Umejiangalia kwa kioo unashindwa, wait, who am I exactly and what am I doing with my life? Because, okay, people know me as this and I do this. But okay, then what? Am I happy? Or am I just making a routine so you can have something to do tomorrow? Oh, Pink. So many things happened with Pink in that 1 year I met him. I met Pink in 20... What was this? 2019? Ngoja. 20 what? Niaje mimi ni mdogo hivi na sikumbuki. Nikizeeka. Guys, I'm genuinely worried about myself. Anyway, Pink was putting me onto things and ideas zenye, thought would be good with my voice. So we started experimenting, and that's how Weekend Sex happened. Somebody else had tried doing it a different way and it didn't work as well. So how Weekend Sex happened is Pink was trying to put me onto this idea and we were trying to make it happen together. So we started recording and he's like, you should sound intimate. And I'm like, guys, Nini? It was a hilarious process. Honestly. Nilikuwa naenda nashika mic, I'm like, and now I'm dripping wet. It was incredible. It was fun. That's all I can say. It was fun. I never thought I would do something like that musically. But now that I realized my father doesn't listen to my music, it's perfectly safe. Anyway. Guys, don't give it to him.
There's always not one cousin at
manze ati mmeenda get together unasikia now me hata ndo maana zindangi hizo get together by the way. Anyway, it has hit like 103,000 views on YouTube. I had so much fun with it. The video, Andere went all out. He was just so happy about it. I was sick. Nile time nimekuwa nikilala kwa kibanda, so I'm like nimegonjeka, nilikuwa nimejaa sores everywhere. So I was so badly off, like nilikuwa nimelala kwa couch kwa ndani ya hiyo studio, and everybody else is working for me, they're working for this song that I created, and I would open my eyes na kuna tumtu tunakimbia tu kila mahali just trying to make this happen, And I just felt great. It felt amazing. It still does when I think about it. It's one of those moments in my life that I love, just watching people come together for something I made to make it bigger and better. That song I mentioned with Yaba, we should release it soon. Also, like I said, we're gonna do a few other singles. And then I'm thinking of doing an EP sometime this year before the year ends, so that, my life can have meaning as an artist. I want to do great things. I just want to keep making stuff. Wow. I think I have invested in myself a couple of ways. Maybe not monetary all the time, but also growth kila siku. Kuna times ulikuwa unaenda studio bana utaki kusikia reason juu nafikiria wewe ni mkali, wewe ni mnoma sana, mnaniambia nini ati ngoma yangu boy. Kwanza kuna time nilikuwa naimba waka ananiambia husky words ati ninatoeng. Ninakumbuka hiyo story yote by the way, and I'm not happy but I worked on it. That is the one thing I did. I didn't just act like he was wrong and I was right. I listened to reason. Na pia hakuwa ananiambia tu ati from a bad point of view. He would sit me down and be like, unasikia kenye unasema hapa? And at some point I'm like, nasema? So nikaanza like my speech is something I have had to keep practicing so that I can do better, so that juu hata mtu akisikia ngoma yako Said mimi ni Mlami or anything. Mi umbata na Kikuyu. But regardless of what language you're using, if you're not articulating it well enough for the next person to hear it, then how just ID? Because your message is, you have a beautiful voice and you sound nice. Okay, the beats are perfect. The melody is great, but nobody's gonna get any message. And we sing to heal, to like bless, to, so lazima watu wasikie Kenya wanasema. So I have invested in myself by using my mistakes as a learning experience. Yes. Sometimes you will wake up and you will not feel as great. Sometimes you will wake up and you will not feel as awesome, as beautiful, as sexy. Most days you will look in the mirror and think, what did they see in me? But there's only one of you. Everywhere. Can you imagine that? One of you in the whole world. How cool is that? You can never be duplicated, not even if somebody clones you. There's always going to be one you. So whatever you do, just go with it, go with your gut, do what you love to do, bana. Ni sawa. Okay, it was struggling artist, I'm struggling, whatever. It's okay, it's a part of the process. And besides, would you rather be a starving artist working for your dreams or be an underpaid, overworked person for somebody else's dreams? Because it's one or the other. It's either you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else. And if you're working for somebody else, well, I'm not sure you'll get as much time to work on yourself as you deserve. So you're a masterpiece, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're great, even when you don't feel as much. Always remember that. L-E space L-A-I-K-A, Laika, everywhere. Just not in your neighborhood or compound or, just on social media platforms. On Spotify, on YouTube, on Instagram. Hala at your girl. Lakini msi, usinisalimia ka utaanza na wagwan. Kinisalimia sama wagwan. Ka nonsense. I do it myself, personally, and with a lot of love. And I love receiving love, honestly. It's hard to make this music if nobody is appreciating it. I know you say when you're doing something ati usifanyie watu wengine, but unajua sisi wote tunafanyia watu wengine. Nyinyi wote mnajiona and you're doing this for other people. But for yourself first, but also for other people. So, please go tafuta ngoma zangu, stream my music on Spotify, check out my video on YouTube. Weekend Sex video is out right now. And follow me on Instagram because that's normally where I put updates, zangu zote, the gigs and everything. So if you want to be a part of the team, part of the family, I would love that. So that's where you find me. Just don't come to my house. I don't like guests. Wow! Isn't that a little much to say that everybody can sing?
Would you say everywhere?
Why do people say that?
Not everyone can sing.
Why do people... Well, I can't dance and I've come to terms with it and I've accepted it. You can learn. That's the best I can do. We can't all do the same things. Otherwise, you wouldn't need me. I can't do things as perfectly or as good as you do them because I have my own thing. So music can be everybody's thing. She's very good at so many other things that I can do myself. And I appreciate her for it. Oh my God, you should eat her food. It's great, see? Like I wouldn't make as good food as she does. But I can learn, yes. But it's never gonna be hers the way she makes it, never. Yes, you can learn how to sing. I haven't gone to any classes or anything, at all. But I believe you can learn. If you're really intentional of doing something, you can easily get to do it. Because, like I said, I'm not a dancer, but I want to know a couple of moves. I don't want to see people on the dance floor and not do something, it's just nataka kuamka niwashtue pia mimi. The best you can do for yourself is learn. So jiaibishe, jifunze.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yeah, not really, no. It was a no, guys. Guys, it was a no. Why do you all want to do the same things? You think everybody can smoke weed? No. Utachok udedi. Ndio? Ndio? Because you wanted to look cool? Because you wanted to what? Yeah? Be on IG saying hashtag Snoop Dogg, hashtag Wiz Khalifa. Why do you want to kill yourself? Kangeza, why? Usingangane kukua ka kila mtu bana. Like I said, there's only one of you. Just be good at being you first before, not everybody can sing. I'm sorry. Yeah. Guys, then why are we here? Just pick somebody from the street and interview them. Not everybody can sing, but everybody can learn. You're not limited to learning opportunities. So that you can do, yes. But can everybody sing? I don't think so. No, not really, no. But you can learn how to sing. Then after that, you won't be everybody, you'll be a singer. See? It makes all the difference. So yeah. Anyway, this has been an incredible experience. Anyway, please check out The African Creative, bringing together all these other African creatives to you guys and beyond Africa. It feels amazing to be here, honestly. Nasikia fiti. Like I feel so comfortable and relaxed, and I can actually be myself here. It's like a safe space. So thank you so much for having me.